It's Mr. The Real gonna relate. The fake gonna hate. It's Mr. You already know what it is when you see the face. Now, if you're new here, make sure you hit that spicy, wicey subscribe button. And if you're true, make sure you like, comment, catch these vibes with your baby or the baby. It really does not matter. But with that being said, we're on the road to 300 subs. Right now, we at 293. Shout out to my new subscribe. But with that being said, man, y'all read that title, so y'all know why y'all here. Now, I'm not promoting violence. I'm not doing none of that. This is just to shine the light on my city to show that it's a, you feel me? Because everybody think it's just the monuments, the White House, and all the, all the things downtown. But in the inner city, shit is really popping. And I'm not saying that to glorify any violence once again. I'm just letting people know, like, once they come in, you still have to be safe. You still got to watch your surroundings. Because it's, you feel me, like, it's not what y'all think it is. Like, niggas is falling left and right. But with that being said, man, I think I should, you feel me? I came across this video and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta react to this. I'm on this shit. So y'all read that title. This is one of the most notorious, known hood beefs in DC. Everybody knows Simple City and 37 beefing. And if y'all do not know, 37 got a Ravati. Nah, not a Ravati. They got a couple people that, you feel me, one known person that came up from rapping, which is Shaq Glizzy. Simple City. They got a couple rappers right now on the rise, you feel me? But with that being said, man, let's get straight into it, man. Throughout this video, man, I'm gonna let y'all know about the real and the fake, because I don't know where this nigga from that made the video, but we gonna see right now. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly where bruh from. Well, not exactly, but I'm gonna try to figure out where bruh from based on the music in the background. You feel me? Because, man, listen. We about to get straight into it. Before we get into it, though, make sure you hit that spicy, wicey subscribe button. Shout out to my new subscriber. So I believe this is the video when Walk Down Will got locked up. You feel me?
Besides the music, you getting a lot of attention on the internet.
That's Walk Down Will. He popping in Simple City right now. Yeah.
In my research on
he locked up right
this
now.
Another guy, No Savage, he lit just like you. People making it seem like it's an issue though. Is it being hyped up or everything cool?
Man, they dragging that shit. Ain't nothing.
It ain't really nothing.
Ain't nothing. You know what it is for real. That shit can make him
tonight. So off rip, my nigga. Bruh is the nigga that made this video. Got to be from Maryland or some shit. He getting just fascinated with, you feel me, the city lifestyle. Or he could be from New York. Like, y'all hear the beat in the background. Like, come on, bruh. If you from the city, you know damn well we ain't putting no Pop Smoke type beat behind this shit. Fuck out of here.
A motorist pulled up to this intersection, yelled to me, "Has the killer been caught?" I told him no, and it shows you the level of concern here in Shaw caused by last night's shooting right here on the sidewalk behind me.
So, I believe this will, I don't know for sure, but I think this where, somebody from 37 got shot. I ain't gonna say their name. You feel me? Out of respect, we ain't gonna glorify that.
Alright, what's up, everybody? We gotta talk about the DC drill scene.
Yeah, he definitely, I don't know where the fuck bruh from. Ain't nobody in the city talking like him. I don't know what cuz from.
Been heating up. Most of the attention's been
so that's No Savage. He from 37.
On Brooklyn drill, and before that Chicago. But with DC rappers like No Savage and Walk Down Will getting millions of views consistently, people are starting to tune in. Washington DC is the...
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't want nobody... Me, personally, I don't want nobody that's not from here to voice what's going on. You understand? So I'm gonna let y'all know if he did good or not throughout this video. But before we even hit that... You feel me? Before we hit that button one more time to start the video, make sure you hit that spicy, wicey subscribe button. Shout out to my new subscriber. We're on the road to 300 subs. Right now, we at 293. So shout out to my new subscriber. Now, with that being said, let's get into it.
Capital of the US, but it often goes under the radar since it's a small city in the DMV tri-state.
Bro, when I went to school in New Jersey, bro, I promise you, fool, I was not necessarily arguing, but I was voicing a fact about DC, and she was voicing her opinion, like telling me, like, no, DC is in Virginia. It gotta be in Virginia. It gotta be a state. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a fucking district. Like, what don't y'all understand about that shit? Like, what? Oh, then another thing I said, so what do they teach y'all in school about DC? She like that it's a state. They teach them that it's a state, like, but where we from, we know it's not a state because we live here. You feel me? We from here.
State area. This is the story of two
That's Woodland.
neighborhoods that are 5 minutes from each other, 37th and Simple City.
Some cool men over Woodland.
And they do not get along. Both of them are in the southeast DC, and the tension is so bad that kids from both neighborhoods cannot be put in the same school. In 2019, the music escalated tensions. The rapper No Savage from 37th was heavily dissing his ops at a Simple City. At the same time, No Savage was putting on this other rapper from his area named Act the Clicker, who was going viral, getting hundreds of thousands of views because his content was only focused on disrespecting the dead folks.
Yeah, like, I don't agree with that, you feel me? Like, dissing the dead, bro, but that's, you feel me, that's what they do, that's their thing. But dissing the dead, bro, I feel like they don't got enough, they can't come back and slay shit. You feel me, they sleeping. So, it really, dissing them is not doing anything for yourself. It gets you the clout that you want, my nigga. You gonna get the attention that you want. But with that, all attention, it depends how y'all look at it, man. But that attention is not where it's at, bro. That's just, you feel me? That's shortening your life. You understand what I'm saying?
To Simple City and dropping direct disses towards the rival rapper, Walk Down Will. And at the start of the new year last year, Actor Clicker was found dead outside the train station near Howard University after a drive-by in a white SUV that was caught on camera. The police say Actor Clicker was lured to the train station by a girl through DMs on Instagram. But the story gets more complicated. A couple months later, the police would arrest Walk Down Will, the rival rapper, as the main murder suspect, claiming he was the one who hacked into the girl's Instagram.
Listen, we don't know who did it, We don't know who did it. So whatever he about to say, act like y'all ain't here. You understand? Because clearly he don't know what the fuck he talking about.
And set the whole thing up. 3 members of Walk Down's crew were arrested as well. But the case has more holes than a dartboard. A lot of folks close to the situation don't believe Walk Down did it. And since Actor Clicker's death, there's been shootings every week. 37th retaliating with drive-bys, and a Simple City kid who's...
I'm telling you, bro, it get active down here. In the Mid-South. You feel me? It get active right here. You feel me? Niggas get left in the city every day. That's why you gotta move smart. And you gotta be tight at all times, my nigga. We don't play, bro. We don't play no games when we in the city. You gotta be on your P's and Q's, and you gotta stay with that. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. You feel me?
Who's just 16 years old, was arrested.
Even though, you feel me, we don't play with irons. You understand? We don't play with them whatsoever.
For 4 murders and 7 attempts, just months after Actor Clicker was killed. Now, we're gonna get into all this, but first, we're blessed for the song of the day today from my guy Millies and Jim Jones. Let's go.
Where I'm from, they selling fireworks for fire.
See, that's what we're not gonna do, bro. I'm not giving no free promotion, guys. And now, like I said, bro, shorty gotta be from New York area or some shit, New Jersey, New York. But with that being said, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that spicy wifey subscribe button. Shout out to my new subscribers. You on the road to 300 subs. If you love your mom, brush your teeth today and take it out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because real news gonna relate and the fake gonna hit. You understand? Yeah.
Both sides, that's where they go to make laws and budgets, supposedly to help people. Yet somehow in their own back...
And I know y'all saying them riots, you feel me? Them riots inside the Capitol, my nigga. It was all set up. It was all set up just to bring some more, you feel me, to make shit more chaotic while the president election is going on. You feel me? They know what they doing, bro. They wanted they wanted to start another race war, but that's a different song for a different day. I'm smarter than what y'all think, man.
Backyard, DC is number 6 in youth incarceration and number 2 in youth homelessness. They're always in the top 10 homicide rates in the country, despite being a small city of just 700,000 people.
And you want to know what's crazy, though? What's getting so sad about it, bro? A lot of women dying from bullets, too, now. And they don't be straight bullets. They don't be straight bullets. Now, don't get me wrong. A couple had, you feel me? R.I.P. to them young souls, them young ladies, them young queens, them young goddess, whatever y'all want to call them. R.I.P. to them. You feel me? May they soul rest in peace. They beautiful souls rest in peace. But with that being said, man, some been getting hit with straight bullets and some been getting straight, like, stood over and finished. Like, that's just the hard truth. But with that being said, man, we're going to get back into this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because they get real.
And since it's the federal capital, Washington is not considered a state. So residents don't got voting representation.
Yeah, we do. We actually do. It's just people don't know how to explain that shit correctly. We got representation. We get representation.
In Congress or in the Senate. Historically, DC's always been the pulse of the DMV area. It's got all the clubs, the malls, the sports teams.
It's no malls in DC. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I'm telling you, bro, he's not from here. Everybody know, like, everybody know DC has no malls. We have to go to Maryland or Virginia to go to malls. It's no malls in DC. Like, no. We got Haggager Mall, but that's not really a mall. Like, that's a shopping center. We talking about malls where you go shopping for clothes, like shop till you drop, my nigga. They can't put no mall in DC, my nigga. You put a mall in DC, niggas is getting slayed every day. Well, they already getting slayed every day, but, like, it's gonna go way higher, my nigga. That's how you know you're not from here. It's no malls in DC.
Teams, the birthplace of go-go music, which
definitely got go-go music. That's East.
Inspired artists like Wale and others. But in the late 2000s, early
Wale from Maryland.
2010s, go-go concerts were being shut down all over the city. The government viewed these parties and bands as inciters of violence, forcing clubs to shut down.
So they try to kill the go-go scene. You feel me? They basically trying to mute DC for gentrification. But we ain't rocking, bro. We niggas still, you feel me, still crank go-go on the daily. Especially the OTs, bro. You get the OTs, nigga, they love that go-go. I'm gonna let y'all know the OT starter pack. Nigga with a any type of truck. Feel me? Tahoe, Yukon, Denali, any type of truck. GNC. Mainly them GNCs though. Any type of truck though. Boom. Then you gotta make sure you peeping who inside the car. If it's a older man up in age with a hat on, oh yeah. He gonna play that boom kabaka, boom kabaka, boom kabaka, boom kabaka, boom kabaka. Oh God. You gonna hear all go-go. And listen, a lot of motherfuckers, look, if you from New Orleans, bro, we beat, I don't know what y'all do, but I fuck with it. Y'all do y'all own thing. But what y'all do look similar to us, like what we do. And who's to say who really started this shit, but what we fucking beat our feet, you feel me? We beat our feet, move our arms like y'all move y'all shit, like, all that. So, maybe in the future, we can have a battle. We'll see who, you feel me? But, you feel me? Everybody ain't united like that. We trying to get there, though. We definitely trying to get there.
A lot of the pioneers got locked up, silencing the scene. During that time, though, the kids were on a different regime, instilling this regional drill sound that was going viral in the DMV area.
Fuck the system, we break every law in this bitch. I walk on my stick, don't ask me in my tight. When this bit hit the left, quarter off at the light. DMX off the perky, I spin every night.
That's Walk Down Will, considered to be one of the young pioneers of DC drill. And in order to understand this story, we're going...
And y'all see our shit don't sound like... Everybody in the city sound like everybody. Our drill, you feel me? If y'all want to call it drill music, we don't call it drill music because we not on that, you feel me? We from DC. We not from Chicago. We not from New York. We don't call it drill music. This shit is just, you feel me? It's real. Nigga, this real life. That's what we gonna call this shit, real life music. But, feel me, everybody in the city sounding like, and everybody not real life in this shit either. Niggas making gimmicks, feel me, being shit that they not, and that's how you get left. Be yourself, my nigga. If you be yourself, bro, I promise you gonna be straight. Don't try to be somebody that you not. But, with that being said, man, we call this shit real, you feel me, I'ma call it real life music. But listen, like I was saying, bro, like I said, like, other people may look at this shit as drill, but this shit is not, we don't call it drill music. And like I said, like, everybody else drill music sound the same. You feel me? Our shit different. Our drill music is way different from everybody else. Even though everybody in the city sound alike, cause that's what our shit, that's what our sound is. So everybody in the city sound alike, but only a couple motherfuckers can really do that shit to a P level. And P level band, if you from out of state, P level is band on a different level, like band elite with that shit, band ultra with that shit. You feel me? But anybody can do this shit. It's all about being real, keeping that shit authentic. If you been authentic throughout anything you do, my nigga, I promise you gonna succeed in that motherfucker, cause motherfuckers gonna appreciate you for being authentic. Niggas be, you feel me, faking that shit. And they ass left.
Going to his neighborhood of Simple City in Southeast DC. Simple City's been in a brutal war with 37th, the neighborhood that's 5 minutes over.
For fucking years, even before I was born. Feel me? My grandparents, you feel me? My grandparents, that's how long them niggas been beefing. And we never understood why the fuck they really beefing. Like, we just don't know why they beefing. You see how close they is? We don't know how they beefing. It's unknown. Like, they just been beefing for the longest. Now, maybe if you really from 37 or Simple City, niggas got a bunch of stories. But that, you feel me? Ain't everybody gonna have a different story at the end of the day. You can ask 3 people from Simple City how that shit stopped. You can ask 3 people from 37 how that shit stopped. Every story you get may have the same bits and pieces. You feel me? They may have the same bits and pieces, but that shit gonna switch up. It's gonna keep switching up and switching up. You're gonna have some truth in it, then somebody gonna add their own twist to it. You feel me?
From them for many decades, passed down from generation. And speaking to the people from there, nobody.
And what's fucked up is this nigga ain't mentioned Light Show. This nigga ain't mentioned Glizzy, Fat Trill, like. He mentioned Wale. Now, there's nothing wrong with Wale, you feel me? We still respect Wale, salute Wale. He doing this thing, been doing this thing. He put DC on the map. Feel me? He brung a little shine. He brung them spotlights over here from doing what the fuck he do. You understand? He still missing Fat Trill, Light Show, Shock Glizzy. Like, it's a bunch of motherfuckers I can name. Chris Bo. I can go on and on. Like, these the older niggas at the DMV that, feel me, have been doing that shit.
He actually knows what started it. In DC, they don't color bang. It's no gangs, really, just neighborhoods. Around 2014, 37th had people like Shy Glizzy.
And listen, so look, basically, I know, like, from experience, from being in New Jersey, you feel me? They're real heavy. They heavy on gangs, you understand? And I know it's like, they have to, in order to live comfortably in that area that they in, they have to bang. You feel me? They have to join the game at a certain age. At that point, if you want to be real, like, they got to join at a certain age. Now, where I'm from, DC, you don't have to be, you feel me? You don't have to claim a hood. You don't have to claim no hood. You feel me? If you don't want to do that shit, you don't have to do that shit. You feel me? You can stay in your own lane and be your own man. Simple. Motherfuckers may see you around where you reside at, but you just gotta let them know, like, yeah, I'm not on that. Feel me? Y'all can go ahead, y'all fun, do what y'all gonna do, but I'm not on that. But at the same time, you still gotta move smart, cause you knowing where you live at, so you knowing niggas knowing where you from. I mean, where you live at. If you claim it or not, niggas knowing where you live at. So if they see your face around there, oh yeah, boom, we on his ass. So you still, even though you don't be on no shit, you still gotta move smart. You feel me? You can't just be out here bullshitting, like, you just can't be lollygagging. You feel me? Like, you gotta move smart.
with his record Awesome that was scorching hot all over the country. And then again in 2017, Shy Glizzy had the Grammy-nominated track Crew with Goldlink. Being that he was one of the few rappers out of DC to have a Billboard Hot 100 hit, Glizzy basically gave bragging rights to 37th, which is his home. But internal beef was brewing. Glizzy was having tensions with younger casts from his area, like No Savage and...
Nigga, it was not No Savage, my nigga. See what I'm saying, bro? Like, niggas just be talking, fool. They don't got the whole story. The beef was not with No Savage, bro. It was with Young Jose. And the shit really came from you feel me, a man from 37 locked up, and they saying Glizzy be, you feel me, he be stamping 37, but he ain't helping his hood, you feel me? That's what the beef stemmed from, you feel me? I'm letting y'all know, like, what, you feel me, what was going on between them two, because he might get this shit wrong. So if somebody that got locked up, they said Glizzy ain't, you feel me, ain't even put no money down for lawyers, put money on the books and shit like that. And Jose wasn't having that shit, dropped the disc. Then from there, he told Glizzy he can't come back to the hood. Glizzy came back, boom. He came back with a Richard Millie, and then from there, that became a motherfucking meme. So if you're from DC, you know what Richard Millie mean. If you're from the DMV area, period, you know what Richard Millie mean. But let me go ahead and say this. Virginia and Baltimore they are part of the DMV. Listen, because this might about to confuse y'all. They are part of the DMV, but they do their own thing. Like, they do their own shit. Baltimore is their own place. Virginia is their own place. It's really DC and Maryland. That's right there. And for the longest time, man, DC used to be so, I don't know, bro. Like, anytime I meet somebody that's out of state, fool, they be like, oh, yeah, we cocky. Now, and that may be the case, bro. We do got that swag like that. Like, that's just the way we carry ourselves outside of you feel me, the DMV. We feel like that, you feel me? We is that, you understand? So, DC and Maryland, it's not a beef, but it's like I don't even want to say friendly beef, because I don't know if people got slayed over this shit. Because I never what's name. But basically, motherfuckers from DC used to be like niggas from Maryland and so. And that ain't, you feel me, that's not the case, my nigga. That's not the case.
Young Jose, who thought that Shy wasn't doing enough for them or for 37th.
Said Glizzy can't come to the hood. Hey, who run 37?
Hey, I know for a fact they fucked that ice cream truck up. Like, nah, they probably did. She been around there for years.
Okay.
Now, you travel just 5 minutes over to Simple City. Around that time, 2016, 2017, they weren't doing too much musically. Although Simple City is home to legends like Marvin Gaye. But one headline you'll probably remember revolves around the name OG Man Man.
New details about the Hampton University student who fell to his death early this morning.
Investigators still piecing together what happened in Richmond. Here's Marissa Jasic.
Affiliated with...
Everybody know how he died. You feel me? This and the dead. Somebody put that bag on his head, and we ain't gonna speak on the rest of it.
Simple. And hung around Simple City for protection. OG Man Man was a rapper who touched...
a lot of niggas do that too. They hang around hood for protection. You understand? They hang around hood for protection. And you gotta be wise enough to know that you're not from that hood, so you can't always be around it thinking shit is peaches and cream. Niggas be forgetting that shit. Like, you not from here. You're not from there, so you can't be around that bullshit. They may let you feel me, come around. They may let you sell your work up there. They may let you do this and that up there. But you gotta remember, you ain't from there, my nigga. You gotta move like that.
At least 1 million views in 2016 after filming this wild music video at the gravesite of his ops, violating the gravesite, pouring alcohol all over.
And this is example of a DC native playing with somebody from Maryland. Like, you feel me? They men just like us, my nigga. You can't underestimate nobody.
People like DJ Academics covered it. I remember Black Speaks made a video. This was all over the news. Well, OG Man Man ended up...
He ain't gonna enjoy none of this shit, man. And that song was out for months before he even went up. He ain't get to enjoy none of that shit.
Getting backdoored, murdered at a cookout in his home territory, basically. Even the Simple City folks who protected him weren't feeling what he was doing. Said it was too extra. Regardless, the 37th and Simple City War raged on all throughout 2017-2018. Then
he said that shit right. If y'all go back and listen to what he's saying, man, and y'all really smart, then y'all gonna understand what he's saying. He ain't say nothing wrong about that. He hit that bitch on the nose, my nigga.
No Savage emerged.
Rap niggas, that's why y'all don't get nowhere. Mari, that's why you ain't got no deals. That's why you ain't got nothing. You don't get nowhere off rapping because you niggas bitches.
This super energetic rapper from 37th who had the youth on lock. And after initial tension with elders like Shy Glizzy were swept under the rug, No Savage had a direct path.
There never was no beef with No Savage, my nigga. Why you stop saying that?
Towards being DC's hottest rapper. But the street shit was making its way into songs. Even before his rival Walk Down Will started rapping, No Savage had this song called Shots for Everybody, dissing Simple City.
That's how you know a nigga gonna come up from. Cause that's what they do, bro. They diss each other. That's for me, that's they culture. They diss each other, fool. They say what they gonna say. Boom. That's what they do. Everybody from the city, they ain't really, you feel me? Cause we got a lot of different sounds. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We got the real life shit. Listen, you can real life anything. It don't matter what, you feel me? It don't matter what it is, what type of music it is. You can real life anything, nigga. You can be singing in real life and that shit. Like, I don't know what you feel me? That's just what I'ma call shit from
July of 2019.
That real life.
Crazy with this one.
Man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 300 subs. Right now we at 293. Shout out to my subscribe.
I'm gonna show you how to make $100.
Shout out to my subscribe.
We all the traffic searching for the ops. Nigga, don't tell about the drop.
Simple City was quick to respond over the same beat weeks later, flipping the title to Everybody Gets Shot. But Simple City didn't have a clear opposition in the booth to represent them on records and go against No Savage. That's when Walk Down Will emerged as Simple City's challenge to No Savage, dropping his first song in September of 2019 called Backdoor Locked.
Both of these niggas crazy.
Now he's just 19 years old, but Walk Down is widely regarded as the hottest new commodity out of DC, getting label meetings with Capitol Records, Alamo, and many others showing interest. Walk Down moved to Simple City from 501 at a young age after they tore down his housing complex. He was booked for robbery as a juvenile, but never completed probation. Police have been targeting Walk Down since the beginning, banning him from doing shows with Rod Wave and The Baby.
He hitting that shit on the nose. He definitely lived around 501. He got some information, bro.
Maybe labeling him a threat to the community. Of course, Walk Down's got a tough drill sound, but unlike a lot of his ops from 37, Walk Down was not focused on direct disses. He was more about making good music.
But once he seen like the other side was dissing his side, he like, fuck it. Why not? And then look, listen. Once motherfuckers understand who they dissing, oh yeah, everybody tuning into that shit. That's the easiest way to, you feel me, get a little fan base in the DMV. Well, in DC and Maryland. That's an easy way to get a little fan base. Easiest way, when you start dissing each other. Listen, you feel me? If I was the, my bad, I was the rap, I ain't dissing nobody. And no song, I ain't giving nobody no clout, my nigga. I ain't doing it. Nigga, I'm a real life my way into a bag.
The same cannot be said for his main op, No Savage. No Savage even has a song on his 2020 mixtape called Fuck Simp, basically dissing the whole area. And that track
has, if y'all don't know, man, 37 clicked up with the blogger
been removed and is nowhere to be found on streaming services. All this set up for a brutal winter in 2019 when No Savage was promoting a rapper from 37th named Acta Clicka, who released 2 songs in November and December that would take the war to a new level. His song Straight Facts went viral around the DMV area at almost 500,000 views. In it, Act talks about smoking on Walk Down's dead homies. He goes on to say, "How's your name Walk Down but you run?" Clearly taunting Walk Down and even questioning which area he's from. This gave Act the Clicker a lot of clout locally, but it also made him a prime target in the beef. And 2 days after releasing Straight Facts in December of 2019, one of Walk Down's homies found Act the Clicker on the train by himself. Now, nobody got hurt, but it could have went way left. Act the Clicker himself said he wasn't strapped, which led his ops to taunt him, saying he must have been capping in his raps all along, joking that there must have been a curfew on guns if he didn't have it with him on the train. Several days later, Walk Down, who up until then was focused only on making good music and not dissing, decided to respond to the recent slew of disses coming from 37th by
He had to, bro. You feel me? You ain't about to keep letting nobody. Come on, bro. At the end of the day, bro, you still a man. You feel me? He had to do what he had to do. And once again, man, let me say this shit now. I ain't on no sides of either or. Feel me? I'm mutual. I'm going to say what I want to say. Simple.
Dropping his own song titled Directed to the Ops.
Yeah, I'm thugging for real. Yeah, niggas be capping, they put my name in their songs. I don't know why these niggas can guess. He talking to business, so we got the drop on his house. We gon' pop up and he come up missing.
Christmas would go by, and the tension was reaching dangerous heights, with shootings happening every week. A few days into the new year 2020, Act the Clicker was DMing a girl. She told him to pick her up at the Shaw.
So, hey, just by looking at that motherfucking, you feel me? I ain't doing that shit. Just by reading that message. I ain't going. Look at this shit. Pick me up at 11, Shaw Station. Like,
train station around 11:30 at night. Act the Clicker went uptown with one other person to Northwest DC near Howard University to meet this girl at Shaw train station. She told him she was outside, but when Act the Clicker arrived, they couldn't see her. So the friend went looking down the tunnel inside the station, and Act the Clicker waited outside. After a couple minutes, the friend returned from the tunnel and found Act the Clicker laying dead on the ground, shot in the head. The girl was...
It's safe to say Brody got set up. You feel me? It's safe to say it. It's safe to say. That's why in the city, man, you can't even trust your own. Like, yeah. But that happened anyway. You feel me? That ain't just here. That happened anyway. You gotta know how to play your cards accordingly. I mean, that technically he wasn't out of bounds. Like, he was, you feel me? He wasn't out of bounds. He was not out of bounds. They just, you feel me?
Was nowhere to be found. On CCTV footage, you see a white SUV pull up quickly and begin firing, but nobody gets out the car and they speed off without any trace of who did it. Police and paramedics show up to the scene, and Act the Clicker was taken to the hospital, where he later died from his wounds. He was only 18. Now, a couple months would go by, and the police knew Act the Clicker's death was a targeted shooting, but they need proof. At the crime scene, they went through Act the Clicker's phone to find out why he was...
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button.
Universal Technical Institute as an auto or diesel technician.
You still here, you a real
Be
nigga.
ready to work in in-demand industry.
Straight up.
Was there and discovered those DMs with the girl. Somehow, those text combos were enough for DC police to put out an arrest warrant for Walk Down Will in March of 2020. Only evidence they got, allegedly Walk Down did have access to the girl's Instagram account. But the problem is Walk Down is one of many people who had access to this girl's IG account. Later that month, the police were desperately looking for Walk Down, who, as it turns out, had just flown down to Cali, where he posted these pics to IG. This led investigators...
So just imagine, man, you out of town doing your shit, then boom, as soon as you come back home, you got warrant out for your arrest. You'll be like, damn, nigga can't enjoy shit. But that's, you feel me, that's just real life. That's what come with this shit. I told y'all, man, being a rapper is the most dangerous job on earth. Now I ain't saying motherfuckers. You just gotta move cautiously. Like you gotta know niggas ain't playing for keeps out here.
To geolocate him via surveillance footage and the IG pictures, but when they arrived to the neighborhood in Cali where he took the photos, they couldn't locate him, and later found out he was back in DC shooting visuals for the music video Warning, which is why the intro is literally the police pulling up to the spot and arresting Walkdown right then and there. And he's been locked up ever since. In DC, they do not do bond, and because he never completed his probation as a minor, Walkdown will stay in prison until his trial ends, which, knowing how the system works, could take another year to even start the trial. But the case against Walkdown remains weak. The police have been unable to ID a suspect from the security footage at the train station the night of the murder. Even so, Walkdown has an alibi.
They don't know who the fuck did it. How the fuck they gonna say this young man did it? They don't know who did it.
He was shot the same night that Act the Clicker was killed, and it wasn't from gunfire between him and Act. Act the Clicker was unarmed the night he died. Now the prosecutors waved that off. They claim Walkdown shot himself in the right hand to create an alibi, which Act the Clicker was unarmed the night he died. Now the prosecutors waved that off. They claim Walkdown shot himself in the right hand to create an alibi, which sounds ridiculous. Nevertheless, the prosecutors charged him, and they now have 9 months to indict him, so sometime in February would be the next update. But right now, Walkdown is in good spirits and convinced he'll be home soon.
There you have it. That's the DC real life scene. You understand? But with that being said, man, y'all comment down below. Let me know how y'all feeling about this. If y'all want me to hit more shit about, you feel me? About what's going on in this city, let me know. I'm going to do that shit. Straight up. But with that being said, once again, man, I'm not glorifying no violence. You feel me? This just to let motherfuckers know, like, when they come here, it's not always monuments and the Capitol and shit. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Like, this shit get real here. Motherfuckers think it be peaches and cream coming here. No. It's real. It get, bro. It's real here. Now, I'm not saying they gonna just target y'all. I'm just saying, man, y'all gotta move smart. That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna cap this motherfucking video off, man. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Hit that spicy, wicey subscribe button. And if you're true, make sure you like, comment, and catch these vibes with your baby or the baby. And once again, shout out to my new subscriber. With that being said, man, I'll Z out this bit.